Okay, so basically Parallels 8 broke your activation for Windows 7 or your license. I get it. It happened to me. It seems to be a pretty recent problem. A couple of the forum posts that I've seen have been very recent. So this is a fix, and this was after about 6 or 7 hours of working very closely with a Microsoft solutions engineer, and really awesome guy, knew his stuff. We were on the same page pretty much the whole time, just trying to narrow down what it was. We finally figured it out, so here it is. Now this worked for me. I'm sure it will work for you, but if for any reason it doesn't, definitely get back to me and we'll try and figure out either what you did wrong or if there's something else that you might need to do and I might miss something. But I'm pretty sure I covered all the bases, so let's get into this. First thing you want to do is delete Parallels 8 from your machine. Get rid of it on Mac, get rid of it on PC. Go through the system preferences in Mac to do so. Go through the system preferences, find the the preferences pane for Parallels, use that uninstall feature located there, and then also get rid of all your files on Boot Camp as well. Now, if you're not able to get into your Boot Camp, you're not able to launch it, it's because Parallels 8 unmounted, like if you uninstall it correctly, it shouldn't do this, but if by any way you might have uninstalled it wrong, it will unmount your hard drive or your partitions. Okay, so if that happens, I can help you out with that. That's not too hard, mounting your hard drives back. You should probably know how to do that. If you don't, that's okay. Like I said, I can help. Just let me know, send me a comment, private message, whatever you got to do. So get rid of Parallels off both Mac and Windows. Just get rid of it completely, like it never existed. Then you're going to come into Windows. You're going to boot into your non-genuine copy. You'll have the black screen. You'll have the little message in the bottom right that says this is not genuine. Microsoft Essentials will pop up and tell you that you need to validate, but that's okay. This is what we're going to do, okay? We're going to go to Start, go to your C drive, okay? Go to Windows. Where are you? Service Profiles. Service Profiles right here, okay? Network Service. App Data. Now this won't be showing by default because it's hidden. So you're going to have to go to Organize, Folder and Search Options, View. Okay. Under Hidden Files and Folders, go to Show Hidden Files, Folders, and Drives. Click on that radial button, Apply, and OK. Let's go into App Data, Roaming, Microsoft. Software Protection Platform right here. You're going to right-click this and go to Properties. Okay. You're going to go to Security and then Edit. And then add, and in this field you're just going to type everyone, okay, just like that. You're going to type that. I've already done so. So after that you'll have options that probably look something like this. These two will not be checked. Go ahead and click full control. This will give you all the options except special permissions, but we don't need to worry about those. Then hit apply. It will give you this error message. Hit yes and okay. Now this is very important. Go to advanced, go to change permissions, and make sure that both of these are checked. Okay, you really want this second one checked. This is absolutely imperative for this to even work. Okay, so you're going to check this off. Basically what this does is any permissions that we're changing for this folder will give those same permissions to all of its subfiles and subfolders. Okay, and there's a file that we're going to be manipulating inside this folder that we need all those permissions that are on this same folder. So click this. Okay, click it, hit apply. You might get the warning message again. Just hit OK. So after you have that checked off and all this set up, go into Software Protection Platform, tokens.dat, okay? You're going to right-click this. You're going to go to Properties. You're going to go to Security. And when you go to Security, you should already see that it's updated, and you'll have everyone here in the group or usernames. That's fine. That means that it worked, and everything's good to go. You should see grayed out check marks because you are not able to edit this. Even if you go into Edit, you are not able to edit it because it's inheriting all of its permissions from that other folder. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Again, if not, let me know. So now that you have that all set up, you can go ahead and minimize this. We may need to come back to it for whatever reason. Go ahead and type CMD in the search bar for start. Oh, go ahead and type CMD. Sorry, that was my fault. Right-click CMD and make sure you're running as administrator. Even if you are logged in as the administrator, be sure to right-click and run as administrator. Okay. Now in this command prompt, we're going to type SLMGR. Okay. space/DLV. Now what this is going to do is this basically is going to download all of your license information. If you have a valid product key, but the reason you are not able to activate Windows is because access is denied, it means that your system is indeed activated and licensed. It's just your system does not recognize that as being true. Okay, so this basically, instead of getting an error message or access denied for putting that in, which I've gotten many, many times before I fixed it, you now get this window, which basically gives you all of your license information, and that you do in fact have licensed version, license status licensed, okay? And you'll give you a partial product key if your product key is valid. If your product key is not valid, this video is not for you. You need to find help elsewhere. You need to have a genuine copy, a genuine product key of Windows 7. And again, this is Windows 7 Professional 64-bit Service Pack 1, okay? It shouldn't really matter because your product key should be tied to your own machine, obviously, and your software. So go ahead and click OK. And at this point, you can go ahead and restart if you want. I did. I rebooted. And when I rebooted, it ran a check disk because I modified these files right here. I modified these tokens. This is basically the file that stores all of your license information, okay? Because you modified that, it might have to run a check disk to make sure your volume's not dirty. That's fine. Let it run through. Let it boot. And when you boot, you'll notice that you'll still have the black screen, but you will no longer have the little message in the bottom right hand saying it's not genuine. However, Microsoft Security Essentials will still pop up and tell you that you need to validate, okay? And this is how you validate. You can go ahead and click the link that pops up with the message notifying you to get the genuine or to validate or whatever. But for some reason, it didn't work for me, and just to be safe, I just decided to do it manually, and that's by going to whatever browser you want to use. It doesn't matter. I'm just using Internet Explorer because it's the fastest when it comes to downloading like Microsoft products and services and software securely. So go ahead and type in Microsoft, if I can spell it right, .com/genuine/validate. Okay, that's the URL you want to go ahead and type into your URL address box there. Okay, so go ahead and hit enter, go, whatever. Now, if you saw that for a split second, it said Windows validation in progress. Obviously, I've already validated mine, so it didn't take that long. It'll take you longer to validate, and you might either get a message that says, you know, it's validated successfully and you're good to go. Just go ahead and reboot, or you might be taken to this page where it says download required for Windows validation components. That's perfectly fine too. If you get to this page, just go ahead and click download. Okay. Click run down here. Again, I'm using Internet Explorer 4, so just, you know, find your download and run it. And after it runs, it will automatically download and install all the files, and then it will tell you that it was updated. The updated package was successfully applied, or something along those lines. Go ahead and click OK, and then after that's done, you could just go ahead and reboot once again. So again, you don't need to reboot. Like after you modified this file, you don't have to reboot until after you've even validated your activation through Internet Explorer or whatever browser you use. So not only you have to activate it, you have to also validate it, and then you can reboot. I chose to make sure that I got my permissions back, reboot, then or a reboot, and then validated it, and then rebooted again. Okay, and again, it might run a check disk, but that's just because you modified some of the permissions files. And there you go. Problem solved. Hopefully it works for you. It definitely worked for me. Again, this took a very long time for me to figure out, so I'm just happy to share the information with you. I know a lot of you are having the same issue, so hopefully it gets you back up and running. And yeah, props to the tech support guy that helped me out in narrowing down what was wrong. But if this helps, definitely leave a comment, or, you know, if you need any clarification for anything, or if it's not helpful at all, definitely message me and we'll try and, you know, work something out and figure out what's going on. But again, I hope this helps, and I hope it gets you back up and running. Thanks for watching, guys.